I have never known a concern to make a decided success that did not do good, honest work, and even in these days of the fiercest competition, when everything would seem to be a matter of price, there lies still at the root of great business success the very much more important factor of quality. Their surplus wealth to the mass of their fellows in the forms best calculated to do them lasting good. Thus is the problem of rich and poor to be solved. The laws of accumulation will be left free, the laws of distribution free. Individualism will continue, but the millionaire. Even the poorest can be made to see this, and to agree that great sums gathered by some of their fellow citizens and spent for public purposes, from which the masses reap the principal benefit, are more valuable to them than if scattered among them through the course of many years in trifling amounts. An iron railroad would be a cheaper thing than a road of the common construction. Here lay in a few words the idea from which our railway system has sprung. Men are developed the same way gold is mined. When gold is mined, several tons of dirt must be moved to get an ounce of gold, but one doesn't go into the mine looking for dirt, one goes in looking for the gold. A sunny disposition is worth more than fortune. Young people should know that it can be cultivated, that the mind, like the body, can be moved from the shade into sunshine. The result of my journey was to bring a certain mental peace. Where there had been chaos there was now order. My mind was at rest. I had a philosophy at last. The words of Christ, "The kingdom of heaven is within you," had a new meaning for me. Not in the past or in the future, but now and here as heaven within us. All our duties lie in this world and in the present, and trying impatiently to peer in. If the newspapers begin to publish stories about wars, and the people begin to think and talk of war in their daily conversations, they soon find themselves at war. People get that which their minds dwell upon, and this applies to a group or community or a nation of people, the same as to an individual. Nothing man has discovered or imagined is to be named with the steam engine. It has no fellow. Franklin capturing the lightning, Morse annihilating space with the telegraph, Bell transmitting speech through the air by the telephone, are not less mysterious, being more ethereal. Perhaps in one sense they are even more so. Still, the labor of the world performed by heating cold water places Watt and his steam engine in a class apart by itself. It is now 13 years since I ceased to accumulate wealth and began to distribute it. I could never have succeeded in either had I stopped with having enough to retire upon, but nothing to retire to. This is where the children of honest poverty have the most precious of all advantages over those of wealth. The mother, nurse, cook, governess, teacher, saint, all in one, the father, exemplar, guide, counselor, and friend. Thus were my brother and I brought up. What has the child of millionaire or nobleman that counts compared to such a heritage? Among the conditions of life were the laws of nature, some of which seem to us faulty, some apparently unjust and merciless. There are many that amaze us by their beauty and sweetness. Love of home, regardless of its character or location, certainly is one of these. I believe that higher wages to men who respect their employers and are happy and contented are a good investment, yielding, indeed, big dividends. The Bolton sold the estate which had come to him by his wife, and the greater part of his father's property, and mortgaged the remainder. It is evident that the great captain had taken in hand far too many enterprises. Probably he had not heard the new doctrine, put all your eggs in one basket and then watch that basket. And while the law of competition may be sometimes hard for the individual, it is best for the race because it ensures the survival of the fittest in every department. Libraries are reservoirs of strength, grace and wit, reminders of order, common continuity, lakes of mental energy, neither warm nor cold, light nor dark. In any library in the world, I am at home, unself-conscious, still and absorbed. Germaine Greer. Perhaps the most tragic thing about mankind is that we are all dreaming about some magical garden over the horizon, instead of enjoying the roses that are right outside today. There is not such a cradle of democracy upon the earth as the free public library, this republic of letters, where neither rank, office, nor wealth receives the slightest consideration. Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents.